has been evacuated. That's where our Hannah Mosley is right now.
Hannah, people started having trouble breathing when they were inside the store.
Debbie and Bill, within the last minute, things have really changed here at Publix. In fact, the store has just reopened. Fire crews are leaving the scene. Now, just more than an hour ago, like you said, people reported having some difficulty breathing. I was told by one person that when they got to Publix around 4:30, they saw several people coughing. Well, I spoke with the fire chief, and he says that people had like a tickle in their throat. There was no odor. 10 people were assessed here on site. No one was taken to the hospital, though, and fire crews, police officers, they went inside the building. They didn't discover anything. They looked for more than an hour for that source that had a lot of people really trying to catch their breath. Nothing was found. So just 1 minute ago, they reopened the store. Fire crews are leaving the scene. Nothing really to report. No one injured with this incident, just difficulty breathing. Again, they're still going to monitor things. There's one actual fire truck still on site. So I think they're still keeping an eye on things in case something changes. But right now, no one injured in this very scary incident here in Somerville. Reporting live from Somerville, I'm Hannah Mosley, Live 5 News.
Austin for a peaceful rally. We send things over to Hannah Mosley, who's live at the event right now. Hannah, tell us about more of what's happening there at Marion Square.
Ralph, I'm kind of in the middle of it right now. The march around Marion Square just wrapped up here at the corner. Now I'm going to step out of the way so you can see the crowd. Right now they're chanting things like no justice, no peace, calling for racial equality. A lot of people have signs in hand. There's also a large law enforcement presence here monitoring things. Again, hundreds of people here, people of all races. Now, actually, I did see Mayor John Tecklenburg, the mayor of Charleston, in the crowd. He was taking part in the march. They just marched around Marion Square. Again, law enforcement were on scene, kind of monitoring things, making sure no one went into the streets and they stayed away from traffic. Again, I want to say this is a peaceful rally. There's no violence here, just people holding signs, chanting things, calling for racial equality. And this started just about after 6, so it's been going on about an hour, and it doesn't look like it's wrapping up anytime soon. In fact, several times they've kind of made their way to start another march, and we're going to see if that happens again. We're going to stay here and talk to some people about why they're here, and we'll have another live shot for you coming up at 7:30. For now, I'm Hannah Mosley reporting live in downtown Charleston. Back to you.
Hannah Mosley joins us live now from the rally in Marion Square right now. Hannah, organizers are hoping this rally will set an example.
Yeah, they said these recent shootings bring back memories from the Walter Scott shooting and the Emmanuel AME shooting. And they said the big thing there was how the Lowcountry came together and worked in solidarity to move forward. And they say that is the message here this evening and the message for the rest of the country. Now, I'm joined right now by Dave Crosley, who was out here early in the heat. Dave, you're joined by a lot of people. What's the message here?
Well, the message is there's two sets of rules in this country. You know, if I get pulled over by the police, I have to worry about getting points in my license, which I don't like. All right, but if I was black, I'd have to worry about getting shot.
The message of equality here, though, a lot of people wanting people to come together.
Absolutely. Inequality is really the base problem. You know, when this happens, the politicians all jump on gun control. And gun control is not a bad idea. But the problem is inequality. The problem is economic inequality. Like Thomas was saying earlier about the school, or I'm sorry, Lewis Smith was saying earlier about the gun to prison, or the school to prison pipeline. All right, this is capitalism being fueled by racism.
And the message really with all of these people here is really to end the violence, and that is what they've spoken about. A lot of people have signs in their hand. So a lot of people gathered out here, even in the heat, saying that the violence everywhere should stop and that people need to come together. Reporting live from downtown Charleston, I'm Hannah Mosley, Live 5 News.
Hannah, thank you.
Hannah Mosley is out there. She's out on the beach right now, the Isle of Palms, because people are out there, and folks are really have to be careful out there with these rip currents, right, Hannah?
Yeah, Bill, in the last 30 minutes, we've learned that one person drowned here on the Isle of Palms. It happened yesterday around 5:30. Now, according to the Charleston County coroner, 64-year-old Dwight Smith, he drowned here. It was actually in Wild Dunes. We're right across the street. We're here on 42nd Avenue. Now, I spoke with the fire chief earlier today, one of several agencies that responded to that distressed swimmer call. And she tells me just after 5, they sent out 2 jet skis into this water. They pulled Smith out of the water unconscious, rushed him to the hospital where he later died. Now, the fire chief tells me she's not sure if it was rip currents or really just strong conditions, but she knows the water was rough, unsafe. The water pretty rough right now, but that's not keeping people out. You can see some of them really just staying in the shallow area. Now, another thing that the fire chief told me today was that as we head into the holiday weekend, there will be extra emergency crews out really monitoring things. So definitely be careful if you do head into the water. Now, if you are caught in a rip current, you want to swim parallel to shore, and more than anything, you just want to stay calm and go with the current. Reporting live from the Isle of Palms, I'm Hannah Mosley, Live 5 News.